Sudhanshu ji, how should I be reading this? Was this entire statement, the manner in which this statement was made, was it only for the cameras? Or as Vijay Shankar Pandey is saying, in the first 1 month, there is a honeymoon period. So in the honeymoon period, the media is also, let's say, giving full tosses. Is that what has happened here, sir?
Bhupinder ji, you just compared 2012 with 2017. Let me also remind Pandey ji that in 2014, it was not comprehensible that you can have a central government without corruption. That the polity had in the last 10 years been so discredited that to imagine a central government with a spotless conduct was something everybody would have dismissed. But look at the track record. 3 years down the line, not even one finger raised. You see, it's the right intent. It's the right philosophy, administrative philosophy. Sudhar jao ya chhod jao. It has happened in the central government, this will happen in UP. You have to understand that you have a very determined mind in the Chief Minister of UP and an equally determined mind in Piyush Goyal. They have brought in such reforms. Piyush must be credited with such phenomenal reforms in the power sector. Look at the kind of targets which have been achieved in electrification of villages. Look at the kind of targets which have been achieved in electricity generation. So don't be a skeptic.
No,
let's not paint every this thing.
No. Sudhanshu, let's look at facts. Let's look at facts. And I can take you through 2012 to 2016-17, when Samajwadi Party was in power. The truth, sir, is that as early as 2016, the overall electricity supply of Uttar Pradesh was 93%. So it's not as if that there was a serious problem in electricity supply. Why is Piyush Goyal making these statements now is my question. Is he simply trying to, browbeat an opponent which is already dead and try and discredit that opponent as much as possible, which is fair? Is that what's happening?
No. Bhupinder, you must realize that the government of Uttar Pradesh has made an announcement that there shall be 24 hours of electricity. You have witnessed in the last 5 years that in all these states, there was not even 6 hours of electricity. So the comparative figures you're talking about have no relevance.
Ghanshyam Tiwari?
Here
what
is a government
fact?
which is determined to give...
Please give me facts. Please give me facts.
Well, I can only say that irony died 1,000 times right now as Sudhanshu ji was speaking. Just when Yogi Adityanath ji made that announcement, Akhilesh Yadav ji tweeted, जितनी बिजली पहले से मिल रही है उतने ही की घोषणा फिर से करना निरर्थक है. So what BJP is doing is just like the Modi Sarkar did. They repackaged the schemes of previous UPA too. The same thing is what the new Chief Minister is doing in Uttar Pradesh. And when Piyush Goyal ji speaks about Hindu-Muslim bijli, in this speech as well, he is talking about किसी समुदाय को और जाति को अलग से बिजली नहीं दीजिएगा. This is a diabolical statement.
Why is he wrong? I would say that it's a perfectly correct statement, Ghanshyam ji. I think it's if Piyush Goyal is saying this, I think he's only trying to correct an aberration.
Exactly. This is what I'm saying, that this statement is a diabolical statement. It shows a preset mind in how electricity has been...
It shows a corrective mind.
No.
If Piyush Goyal maybe is trying to correct the wrong, sir, that you have been indulging in.
We can debate on that. But the third irony is when Piyush Goyal tells the officials कि आप कोई bribe नहीं ले सकते, and then in front of officials, newspapers play out that there are direct allegations of corruption against Vasundhara Raje, sitting chief minister, direct allegations linked
now you're mixing issues.
Links to Madhya Pradesh chief minister, and Yediyurappa ji is caught distributing money. Yediyurappa ji is caught distributing money. A union, I mix it because it's a union minister. It is not the state minister talking. When national leaders of BJP are embroiled in corruption,
against you being made by the union power minister that you were distributing electricity on the basis of religion, on the basis of community consideration.
And it is a shame that you could not prove the same facts. It is a shame that
you showed him what Shivpal Yadav had to say.
You have a learned bureaucrat from Uttar Pradesh. I can tell you that no bureaucrat in Uttar Pradesh can validate the argument made by Piyush Goyal ji that electricity was given separately to Hindus and Muslims. It is their colored vision of society that allowed them to propagate this kind of propaganda in the state.
I'm looking at facts.
Bhupinder.
Yeah, Sudhanshu ji. Okay, Sudhanshu ji. Yeah, sure. Respond. I'll come to Vijay ji.
Bhupinder, you just showed the clipping of Shivpal Yadav. I mean, what is diabolical is that, and not what Piyush is saying. that here is a minister who's extorting the bureaucracy to be corrupt, but in a limited way. I mean, what a perverse mindset that leadership possesses, and that is the reason
Well,
why they've been thrown the door
actually,
in 2017.
at least we have marginalized him.
Secondly,
but
look,
in your case, you
can I
have
just finish?
strengthened
Can I just
Yediyurappa and you are ready to consider him as the next chief
Ghanshyam ji,
minister
I'm sorry,
Sir,
your
let us
defense
be decent
today,
in our debate.
your defense
Let
today,
us be
Ghanshyam ji,
decent
is
in our
not
debate.
working out.
I have a right to speak.
Yeah, sure,
I
sure.
have a right to speak. I don't intervene.
But if you
I
are,
don't
if you're,
intervene. I have a right to
Sudhanshu,
speak.
you know, if Ghanshyam
Bhupinder,
Tiwari, if you are bringing
I
in
just have to make one
Yediyurappa
point.
and yeah, Sudhanshu ji, I'm just trying to make one point, sir. Just one point, Sudhanshu ji. I'm coming back to you. So, Sudhanshu ji, you wanted to enter the debate when it came to power sector. Please tell me, when a story like this is unfolding in Banaras or in Gorakhpur, why do I not hear from the likes of a Rajnath Singh then?
Bhupinder, as far as law and order is concerned, I think take a feedback from all across UP and you'll find that suddenly the sense of security which pervades the entire state is phenomenal.
Really?
The kind of terror it has created in the minds of the criminals, which had a field day for the last 5 years, is to be seen to be believed.
Really?
See, don't, as I said,
Really,
isolate.
No. Sir, in Gorakhpur.
Just let me finish.
I'm just countering on one point. Sudhanshu, I'm just countering on one point. Okay. You are saying don't look at instances in isolation.
Bhupen.
Yeah, one moment, Vemul, one moment. I just want to counter Sudhanshu on one point because he's trying to make us feel that we are looking at instances in isolation. I have a full list with me, Sudhanshu ji. Day by day, I can start reading out that list, my program will be over. So I've only cited instances in the last 48 hours. That's why I'm saying. My question is, if a central minister can take the trouble of reading out the riot act against top babus in one sector, why not follow up similar yardsticks in the other sector as well, Sudhanshu ji?
Bhupinder, that's what exactly I'm saying, Bhupinder ji. It has to be a comparative this thing. That this was the kind of law and order which prevailed earlier. Now it has deteriorated. And if such would be the case, let me tell you, the kind of harshness with which these police officers will be dealt with would be seen to be believed.
I would be with you. I'd support you. I would support you if you say that.
What I'm saying is, let a period of time elapse and then evaluate the law and order situation.
Fair point.
If in the period the law and order situation has deteriorated and the government does not take action against the officers, then you will have a valid case to question our efficiency. And
I'm not coming to any conclusion. I'm with you that let's give time. I'm not coming to any conclusion. My argument is, if I can see alertness being displayed by central ministers in one sector, why not in the other sector? Ghanshyam Tiwari.
Well, for once,
did you see what the chief minister had to say?
Okay.
You know what is critical is what did the chief minister do when he took
no, you can make politically correct statements.
No, Bhupinder, his meetings, the meetings he has taken with the police officers, and with the toughness he has talked to them. He said, I will broker no political interference.
If
no
I start playing Mayawati statements and Akhilesh Yadav statements, exactly the same.
No, there is more.
Exactly the same.
There is more. The news today, Sudhanshu ji, please bear with us. I agree with you. The newspapers today read, Bhajpa neta ne di daroga ko barbad karne ki dhamki. So today, Uttar Pradesh is at a state where anybody could take a sample.
What happened to him?
Anybody.
Don't be selective.
Please. Let me respond. Please. I was hearing what you were saying. Please. Today, Uttar Pradesh is at a stage where anybody can take a saffron gamcha, put it on his shoulder, and disrupt youth who are walking together. They can shut down enterprises. They can beat up anybody who's walking near a cow, and they can do any kind of hooliganism. They can jump on a police chief, and they can slap an inspector. This is the kind of vigilante-driven law and order that BJP has constructed. I don't know whether these new people with saffron gamchas, whether they are the new police of Uttar Pradesh or they are the new gundas of Uttar Pradesh. But if anything, the images that are coming from Uttar Pradesh do not speak of great law and order. They speak about new set of people who have been empowered without accountability and who are disrupting the society and disrupting peace across the country.
No, March 2017.
You are a bad loser. You will never understand what people want. Out of your frustration,
you can be a great winner, but please bear with me. You can be a great winner, but please look at Times of India today. Times of India says,
facts.
One little fact. Times of India today says that Uttar Pradesh has lost 30,000 jobs today.
I'm just trying to make a clear-cut distinction. On what basis are you promising all this change when the fundamentals remain the same, sir?
No, the fundamentals are totally different. Here is a government which has proven itself at the center in terms of its integrity and its intent. And you will see the same in the state.
Okay.
Don't be doomsday seers. I
Okay.
mean, a mandate which has been given by people.
So
is
we're
a
willing
mandate
to
for
wait.
hope,
I'm
for
certainly
delivery.
willing to wait.
And your skepticism has no basis.
Okay,
Your
fair enough.
skepticism can only
I
have
would
a
be
political
happiest
bias
if I was to
and
be
not
proven
on
wrong.
valid basis.
If I was to be
I
proven
heard
wrong.
Mr. Venu, you have given the most weird of all logics. You have to be comparative. And when
Election
you talk
Commission,
about
election
serious
commission
crimes,
data,
I
election
mean, we
commission
have
data.
known- Can
I am
I
giving
finish?
election commission
Can I
data.
finish?
Uh,
Sir, you
Election
have
commission
to apply
data.
your mind also.
No.
You have to apply your mind also. How
Yeah,
charges are made.
Sure.
You and I both know it.
these are
We are
these
yeah,
are-
yeah.
these
I
are
don't
An
want to
argument by quoting. Don't quote statistics which
They
are
have these
meaningless.
charges.
I don't
They
want to
become
go, I don't want to
revolutionaries.
go into that debate now because I would partially agree with Sudhanshu ji that political allegations, political charges in this country are often politically motivated as well. But gentlemen, thank you so much. I would be the happiest person, I must point out to my friend Sudhanshu Mittal, to be proven completely wrong. I hope I'm being cynical. I hope what Piyush Goyal has done becomes the norm of the day. I'd be very, very happy to see union
We'll
ministers
prove you wrong.
cracking the whip against bureaucrats who are corrupt. So more power to the likes of Piyush Goyal if there are any more ministers there at the center. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining us on our first big story on Big 5 at 10.